the Riddlesmith deck. And I'll throw up the deck list again real quick. But after this, we'll play a different deck, but also a combination deck of sorts. So there will be nonsense combo tonight. What's up, Double Fried? Yo, what's up, Kanaksai? Alright, so are all of you ready for me to keep hitting F9 a bunch of times? We only have 2 matches left with this deck, Kanaksai, but I figured I would save it for the stream because people seem to enjoy watching this deck. You're ready for me to click F9? Ooh, well, I'm not sure I'm ready for Autumn to light me up tomorrow. What does this hand do? 2, 3. Jidhem, thank you for the sub. Let me know if I should open a chest. Eternal One's a Narset, but I'm not convinced that's even good enough. Is turning 1 and Narset good enough to win versus most decks? Because the problem is after that it really does not go anywhere. Alright, you've convinced me that it hoses enough cantrips that I'm supposed to keep, but obviously I'm not sure. Okay, well, that makes my hand a lot worse, because it's clearly Death Shadow. Yeah, it would be great versus Shadow on the play, but, you know, you don't always get to be on the play, unfortunately. Alright, there goes my Narset, which makes sense. My hand doesn't really do anything else, so... Yep, all zeros. Question is, should I play my land or not? I think I should. I don't care if they wasted. I think mostly. Yeah, I think I'm supposed to play it. Then at their end step, I'll probably bauble them. I could have also baubled them like upkeep to play around Stifle. Well, they know about both the Chrome Moxes, so this is not like that scary, really. Okay, sure. Bauble you. Grimag Angler. Alright. So I'm going to play this, and I'm going to play the Mox just to mill one. And I think milling one is good. Also renders all of their discard useless, so I know they're drawing Angler. Yo, Kanaksai, thanks for gifting a sub to DC Sports. Right, Mize. If they stubborn denial it, I can use Lion's Eye Diamond to pay for it, actually, and I think I will. Okay, well, that's really good for me. Yo, thanks for gifting a sub to Double Fried as well, Kanaksai. I think I'm gonna take Chain of Vapor, but it's close. Actually, do I want to attack? So if they had a Shadow, they could have played it last turn by Fetch Shocking, but also the damage... 2 damage for me does not matter, I think, so I shouldn't attack. Yeah, I don't think I'm supposed to attack because me dealing them 2 damage is not relevant for my main game plan whatsoever. I think it's just kind of a bad play to make, if that makes sense. Yeah, you should basically always mill one in this deck, right? So their hand is Angler, 2 unknowns, so they're probably playing Angler, leave up Stub, I guess? Yeah, what's up, Goblin Lackey? Hope you're having a good one as well. Okay, so what did they do? So they have 2 cards, but they tapped out, which means they don't have Stubborn Nile. I suppose they could have Force of Will. So I guess I'll take Echo and try to play it. I'm going to fetch the Volk, the second Volk out of my deck. Okay, so they had Force. That's fine. So they have nothing now. Tyrant Scorn. They cycle Street Wraith, which probably should have been done after they attack the Narset. But I'll let the Narset to go. Alright, now I'll attack them. I think attacking them is good now because putting them on 5-3 means that if they want to attack, it really... Yeah. They pulled a Kill of Durwad. I don't know what that means. How do you want me to cycle this Echo? Oh, I should... Oh, crap! I should have discarded it with Riddlesmith, yeah. Tim, because I knew they were Death Shadow, and they were at a high enough life total that I think attacking them was not good. But now I think attacking them is good because things changed. Night's Whisper into Narset is not good. But yeah, I should have looted the Riddlesmith away and then cast the Echo. That was clearly a punt. Well, you know, sometimes you don't read chat. Sometimes I read chat too late. Okay, so LED? Nope. Right. I'm gonna crack the Bauble during their upkeep. Death Shadow, okay. It didn't really seem like a real possibility to me until they took a bunch more damage to him. So I have to gamble for lead and not discard it, I think is the plan here. Damn it, I discarded my lead. I'm dead now, I think. Yeah, that sucks. Yeah, exactly, Swarms. I think that attacking them... Pengu, maybe. They do get 7 fresh cards, so I would not say it's deterministic by any stretch of the imagination. Am I likely to get Leylined? Probably will just pretend they don't have Leyline. I still have 2 Chain of Vapor in my deck anyways. Should have gambled for Grapeshot? Oh, were they at 2? Yeah, I should have gambled for Grapeshot. Yeah, that's actually way better. I didn't even consider that, and I should have. Tim, I just don't think it's going to work. Like... Well, so the danger was the first time I didn't do that was it opened up their shadows to be enormous immediately. So that's why I didn't want to do it. What does this hand do? Answer nothing. So I can play turn 1 Narset again, so I actually will. Yo, what's up, Barrel? Yeah, I'm gonna Chrome Mox and print Repeal. I think so, Netraver. I think that's how it works. No? Okay. Never mind. I clearly don't know. I see. Okay, well that's pretty good. Oh! Alright. We didn't come here not to go for this. My opponent has 0 cards because they cycle Street Wraith. Oh my gosh. Oh, I messed up though. I was supposed to gamble for the lead first. I suppose I could just say go. Yeah, we can pass. I'm gonna pad my hand with 2 cards. Makes the gamble more likely to work. They're drawing Stubborn Denial with no cards in hand. They can draw a Mindbreak Trap. I can probably defeat a Mindbreak Trap with my hand, realistically. Oh boy. Don't want to change anything. Probably not. So I'm going to keep because I have my engine set up. I'm going to imprint the second Riddlesmith probably. Obviously this could go south, but I don't think you're supposed to mulligan these hands even versus Shadow. Okay, that's fine. Okay, so I can come back to my hand. I just can't cast any echoes, which is fine. Question is, how do I want to do this? Maybe I imprint the second Daredevil instead of the Gamble. If I imprint the second Daredevil, it makes the second Riddlesmith worse. But I think I might need the Gamble to find a second Riddlesmith anyways, so I think I'm going to do that. Also, my opponent F6, which you probably shouldn't do versus deck. Alright, so this has no text now in the graveyard. And now I say go. Doesn't work Kanaksai because it's a different object every time, if I recall correctly. I tried doing that on Monday, but it didn't seem like it worked. Maybe they actually fixed that and I'm dumb. but it didn't seem like it worked for me. I guess I'll try try it again if I draw on. Well, I didn't draw an artifact, so I can't do it. I don't think I'm going to attack them. Same reason as game one. I think attacking them is pretty loose. They chose not to shuffle. That's kind of a nightmare. My hand sucks anyways. Like, it doesn't really matter what they take. I guess the actual card they probably should take is Grapeshot. Okay. Where are my artifacts? I literally did not sideboard in this matchup, so the density of cards in my deck is exactly the same as game one. Yeah, I would rather not be Thoughtseize bugged there, but that's okay. Yeah, always yield works. I know that, but always yes is not the same as always yield, right? All right. This one I'll... Yes. Yo, Dokomite, thanks for the resub. See, I always yesed, and it asks me again for Rando. So I can chain a Mox. I could gamble. Probably gamble for a second Riddlesmith, actually. That was a pretty good answer, Kanaksai. Just gonna wait a turn to do more stuff. I don't really see a reason to rush. Again, attacking them, I think, is loose. Probably just drawing creatures. Well, that's a nice wasteland. I'm not sure. It's close. Interesting. Does that do anything? One, two, three, four, five. It could chain, but they could just wasteland with the chain on the stack, so I'm not sure that does anything. How do I echo? Oh, I could do that. Yeah, that actually seems good. So first, I should... Well, the question is, do you think they'll waste me with the Chain of Vapor on the stack? Because I have to chain my own artifact first. And then if they waste me with the chain on the stack, then I can't chain it back to their cage. So that might not be correct to do. Oh, I already have one in the yard. But here's the other thing. I think their hand's kind of not good, so I'm not sure if I want to reset the board as it is. That's the other consideration, I think. I'm not sure. What's up? Ooh, glory fades. Well, I could play the tomb and go to combat and see what they do. That's a tricky one. Alright, they didn't. Okay, now what do I do? Could just cast Daredevil, actually. It's not the worst. I might just do that, actually. That's kind of bad, actually. If I cast the 4-2, what would happen the next few turns? I would have Chain of Vapor to hypothetically return to my hand and also bounce their cage. Alright. I'm not going to do it. Alright, they whiffed again, so it's either a land or a creature. I'm guessing they just drew that. Oh, that's fine. I'm debating if I actually want to cast the Echo or not. Like, really. I could have bounced the 2 zeros. I don't think it's worth it, but it's close. I think I'll just take a draw. I could float a red and Grapeshot their board. Maybe I'll do that, actually. Do I get priority in between? I think I do. We'll see what happens. I think I will chain the chain to their cage and see what happens, actually. If I do that, that opens up two loots. There's also a chance I get to enough Storm to Grapeshot them. Oh, there's a news playing in the background, Barrel. It's just the TV playing, like, CNBC or whatever. Because it is kind of loud, but whatever. Deal with it. Liberal media, deal with it. To own the libs? I'm not sure that's how it works. Alright, well, I can probably manual them now. That's what I'm actually thinking. I probably did contemplate forcing that. I could. Or I could just keep going. Yeah, this deck is special, is one way of putting it, Tim. I'm not actually convinced it's any... Well, here's the thing. I think it's good versus people who don't have enough hate for you, but there's a bunch of things you can't beat. Oh, the second Daredevil is super nice. Because now, like, every artifact is actually just a draw too. Okay. Interesting, they're forcing that. I don't really care about that too much. So Leyline of the Void is pretty good versus deck because all of these things need to go in the graveyard. Collector Oof is pretty good, and cards like Sanctum Prelate or Rule of Law or Deafening Silence are good. Don't think I need that Brain Freeze. I can just discard the chain now. Looking for grid. I guess that's fine too. Defense grid would be pretty good. I can also Echo just in case. Narset would also be pretty good as well. Alright, I'll just discard the 4th Echo. Yes, I do, but hypothetically I could fizzle. It's not likely. Have I played a land this turn? I have. I mean, I have 3 loots, so it's pretty unlikely. Alright. Defense grid probably locks it up. But we'll find out for sure. I mean, so the grid lets me echo safely, is the way of putting it. Alright, so I think I have lethal now. It's just, I think actually deterministic because... Alright. This deck has a lot of heart. Yeah, when you said this is a deck you would build for Endo, it's pretty true. Pulpa. It's a complicated question. Personally, I don't think they should be banned yet, but the way Wizards has been going, I would not be surprised if they just listened to the masses and did it. Alright, so we're playing our final match with this deck. Then I'll play with elves. Yeah, so I understand your point about that. They're not really like... What's the way of putting it? Well, this hand sucks. Turn 1 Riddlesmith. I think I'll bottom the... it'll be close to that, actually, Kanaksai. Oh, sorry, Dokomoy. Sorry, you think I bottomed the tomb? Interesting. Yeah, Bale draws a card. Tomb is actually sort of interesting, but that might be too aggressive. When you staple draw a card onto a card, it's a lot crazier. Okay. You're smart. Versus basic out, I'm just gonna get Volcanic. Yeah, Column is smart. Obviously, I'm imprinting the second Riddlesmith. Yeah, the problem with Astrolabe is that it makes your mana too good and for very low cost. Ooh, okay. They force pitching Urza, so we're playing some blue Urza deck. Blue black Urza deck, I guess. Alright, that's fine. Oh no. God damn it. This is also a very good card. Probably dead. Well, the problem is I fold completely to Chalice on 0. Alright, so this is like mid-range Urza, probably. This implies it probably looks more like the modern deck to me, but maybe not. Yeah, Chalice on 0 sucks. It'll never not suck. I'm probably dead. I need to draw Chain of Vapor for that and for me not to get killed in the meantime. Oh, it's 9 turns now. No, if I draw a Chain before they close out the game, I might be okay. I think we are playing against the Tezzeret deck. Tezzeret Urza deck. Yeah, I probably would have, but they smartly force of willed the Riddlesmith Kanaksai. Very smart of them to do that. I should have actually considered playing out the Bauble once I saw the force on my thingamajig. Oh god. Are they going to elk my Mox? Okay, good. They did not elk my Mox, so I still have a shot. Not a good shot, but I still have a shot. Interesting. They didn't attack with their Baleful Strix? I agree, Silver, but, you know. Chalice on 2? Oh, okay. Okay, I died. Probably need to side in more bounce spells and stuff to interact. See, like the Chalice on 0 is really, really, really difficult to beat. I think I'm not going to bother with Defense Grid. Wonder if I want Mentor, actually. Yeah, it can, but it's also really hard to cast. Mentor is for when you need a third win condition mostly, so that's my question is if I need a third win condition. Well, the problem with Barrel is it's really hard to cast it. You only have 4 Opal, 4 Petal to cast it. So I'm not convinced I should actually do that. I think I'm going to shave 2 Narsets, actually. The win conditions are Grapeshot and Brain Freeze. You can use Brain Freeze on yourself as a setup card if necessary, because you have this and this. So like milling them incidentally is actually pretty good. I suppose if I sided in Karakas, I could side in the Mentor, but I don't really want to Karakas there, Urza. Like, that's not really the game plan I think I should be pursuing. So I think I'm just going to leave them both in the sideboard. I think I'm just going to try to have enough bounce spells for their chalices and stuff and just try to go broken on them. I think I'm actually going to keep. I can go turn 1 Riddlesmith and then loot. And then I also have answers for Chalice. So I think this hand doesn't look great, but I think it's a keep. I think I'll discard an Abrade because it's hard to cast. Alright, I'm gonna save the Chain of Vapor because I'm scared of Chalice. I'm gonna crack 2 Baubles to cantrip twice. Okay. That is not as scary. I should have actually bobbled them twice with the trigger on the stack, I think. So I could know 2 of the cards in their hand for sure. So they have a Delta and a Urza for next turn. Was seeing if I could hit a Daredevil before anything, but I guess now... Well, casting this produces more storms, so I guess I'm supposed to do it. Have I played a land? Yeah, I'm working it out. I have not played a land, I think. Turn 2. Yep, no land. Question is, what do I discard? Probably Simian Spirit Guide. Maybe I should just gamble for the thing instead of playing the second Riddlesmith. If I play Riddlesmith first, there's no guarantee I could actually cast Gamble this turn, so I think that's actually correct. Had it. I don't need another Chain of Vapor. Nice. Perfect. Okay. Alright, game 3 for all the marbles. Alright. Realistically, I don't think I can change much. I just kind of have to hope that I don't get like shut out of the game by multiple chalices or whatever. Like, I think Chalice on 0, Chalice on 1 would be really, really, really hard to beat. Like, enormously difficult to beat. It's Riddlesmith Storm F-Paw. Welcome to the stream. Okay, so I can gamble for lead on turn 1. I just have to hope not to get Chalice on turn 1. If it happens, it happens. I'm not gonna mulligan this hand because this hand's really good. Besides that. Chalice for 0 after the Opal. Damn it. Alright, so I think I'm going to gamble for Volcanic Island, actually. I think that's correct. Gamble for Volcanic Island? Yeah. They only have 2 cards, so... No! I lost my 14.3%er! Oh, that's really hard. There's not that many lands that tap for... Oh, I'm full-blown dead. Yeah, I think if the gamble over didn't cack my Volk, I would actually be ahead this game. Instead, I think I'm very easily going to lose. But that's okay. I basically need to draw a blue source. I guess it actually might have been slightly better to gamble for Scalding Tarn, but it's not going to matter because I need to do it this turn. Alright, I died instead. Unfortunately, Tezzeret doesn't override the abilities of cards. Anyways, GG's. Live by the Riddlesmith, die by the Riddlesmith. Alright, who subbed? 1, 2... Okay, 3 subs. We'll open 3 chests for the loyal people. I gambled for Volcanic Island. I went 4-1 on Monday F-Paw. I went 4-1, 2-3. So I think this deck is better. Ooh, Walking Ballista. Is that worth anything? So we'll find out. Might be, might not be. Nice, it is. I'm not opening all. Alright, number 2 for Kanoxai number 2. Yeah, I'm whitelisted. Hypnotic Spectre and Siege Horn Ceratops. These are not worth anything, I'm pretty sure. And number 3 for Dokumoy. What you got? So our SR Fisher 83, the real way you deal with those is not to keep hands that are slow enough to worry about them, in my opinion. This deck has, like, if you left alone, I think this deck is way faster than those cards. Obviously, like, you can't guarantee that you're going to do your thing fast enough, but I think with the London Mulligan and Time Twisters, I think very often you will kill your opponent before they get to cast cards like that, if that makes sense. Alright, I'll show you all the elves list I have prepared for today. I was talking to a friend of mine, Newton Hang, earlier. I do occasionally play Modern. I think Humans is okay. Can someone tell me if the title changed? I'm going to update the deck list right now. If I can figure out how to do it. Because Twitch changed its like dashboard thing. It's kind of frightening. Did everything update? Yeah, Deafening Silence I'm pretty sure is quite good in this deck.